I love watching indie films in a movie theater. Before Midsummer, the trailer for The Lighthouse played. I was immediately drawn to this trailer. This is one of those rare films I called ahead and asked about at Franklin Park Mall. This is going to be a very brief review as I really don't want to get too spoilery with this. The Lighthouse is a film that is an experience. Even talking plot points featured in the trailer, I personally feel would ruin the experience. The Lighthouse is the story of two men who run a lighthouse in 1890 as they slowly go insane. Let's talk about why I was drawn to this film, the technical details. The Lighthouse was shot in a 1:19:1 aspect ratio, which was a transitional format that was used in film from 1928 to 1932, specifically when talkies were taking over. Director Robert Eggers, who last made the excellent period horror movie The Witch, specifically uses lenses made between 1918 and 1938 to capture the aesthetic of this film. Eggers went so far as to write these words on the front page of this script. This film must be photographed on 35mm black and white negative. Aspect ratio 1:19:1, audio mix mono. Shooting it in this aspect ratio was a great choice because it makes the film feel more claustrophobic. The behind the scenes on this film is rather fascinating. The weather depicted in this film happened for real to the point that key equipment was damaged during filming. Keep in mind, they are using 3 generations of film techniques while making this film. Willem Dafoe and Robert Pattinson approached their characters in different ways, with Dafoe going full method, living in a shack and learning how to knit. Pattinson chose to keep his preparation secret until cameras rolled, making it more spontaneous. The end result of this all adds up because this is such a great film. The Lighthouse is an almost voyeuristic look into two men on the brink of insanity. The lives of Tom and Ephraim are put through a microscope. But let's talk about why this film is great. Willem Dafoe and Robert Pattinson both give A-plus performances here. In a perfect world, they would be nominated together for the Best Actor Oscar. If either of these actors didn't bring their A-game, this film would have been terrible. What most people forget about Willem Dafoe is that he is a great actor who is unfortunately mostly known for this.
The itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout.
And this.
There was a firefight!
People tend to forget about Dafoe's brilliant roles in Platoon, Mississippi Burning, American Psycho, and even more recently with Aquaman. I'm glad Willem Dafoe got a role like this because he disappears into this role. Not once do you think of him as Norman Osborn while watching this. There are moments where he is downright funny. This is the second film I've seen from A24 where farts are a key plot point. If you're one of those people that go, Robert Pattinson can't be Batman because he was in Twilight, this film will sell you that Pattinson is going to be a great Batman. No, not because I predicted that casting 2 months before it was formally announced. Per that faulty logic, Leonardo DiCaprio shouldn't have won his Oscar for The Revenant because he was a teen heartthrob. Pattinson's Ephraim is a man driven mad by Tom's eccentricities. The one thing keeping his sanity is a mermaid figurine he masturbates to. Robert Pattinson is Ephraim. Not once do you think of Twilight during this film. This was one of those films that was this close to getting a 5-star rating. In the third act, there is one ridiculous scene involving Willem Dafoe that I will not spoil that took me out of the movie. However, I loved how ambitious this film was. Robert Eggers absolutely nailed this film, and Dafoe and Pattinson both bring their A-plus game to the table. This film is bold, breathtaking, intense, and at times funny. I got a feeling every frat bro is going to use this as a gif. The Lighthouse may not have gotten my 5-star rating, but it definitely gets a 4.5 out of 5. Be sure to like, comment, share, spread the word at New Realms Media. Follow me on all my socials at New Realms Media. And until then, I'll see you next time.